We would like to appreciate our sponsors.
Elite Core Nutrition, Shakes and Deli.
Also, thank you to Embassy Suites for these amazing facilities. Thank you to our sponsors for sponsoring RGV Stars Live with Alex Arabia and Isaac Medina.
Thank you so much. Welcome to another episode of RGV Stars with Alex Arabia and Isaac Medina.
RGV Stars, the premier platform for showcasing RGV talent and the RGV celebrities' place to be.
Today we got another outstanding guest. Super excited. You're gonna recognize her face because she's trending right now on Netflix.
Yes.
And we're gonna get to know a little bit about her, where she's from. Brenda Garza, welcome
The
to
wonderful
RGV
actress.
Stars. Yes, wonderful
Brenda Garza.
actress.
Thank you very much. And thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Please tell us about yourself, because I know that you have different roles. You're a marketing director, you're an actress. Elaborate also where
right?
you're from, where you're from, and anything else you want to share.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Brenda Garza. I'm from Edinburgh, and I am actually the marketing manager at Sylvan Learning of the Rio Grande Valley, as well as a board member of the South Texas International Film Festival, which is happening in January, so stay tuned.
Awesome.
And then, of course, the film, right?
The
Let's add actress to that.
That's right, Rising Star.
Yeah.
On Netflix, what's the name of the film again?
It's called You Are My Home.
You Are My Home. So if you haven't seen it, okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
See it.
Yes, go see it. It's amazing. Bring the tissues because you're gonna cry. Everyone says that. So.
And it's amazing that you're from the Valley and you're in this famous Netflix film with like well-known actors and actresses. Can you mention a few of their names?
Yes. So I was so excited when they called me and they told me that I was gonna be a part of the film, right? But I didn't know who was gonna be on it. And then when they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna be, Alyssa Milano, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And for all of you that don't know who Alyssa Milano is, she's like my generation. She has been acting since she was very young in Who's the Boss, and then of course, you've seen her in a lot of things. But then of course you have Christian de la Fuente, who everybody knows in Spanish world. And
he's very famous in las telenovelas.
Oh my God, yes.
Televisa en Univision.
Mi mamá estaba de que vale más que te tomes una foto con él, and I'm like, okay, está bueno. But no, they were super nice, really humble, and you're just kind of like taken aback, like, wow, is this really happening? Like, is this really happening? Does this really happen? Y luego no, cuando te hablan y te dicen, oh, by the way, it's gonna come out on Netflix. You're like,
wow.
What?
Wow.
Is this a dream?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So it's been amazing. The film is incredible. If you really haven't seen it, I really do suggest it. That they just put us in a list of the Christmas movies to watch. Wow. So I was like, oh yeah.
Can you tell us a brief synopsis, a summary of what it's about?
Sure. So I play Luisa, which is a mom, and it's basically about my daughter who we get separated. I don't want to say a lot, but we do get separated, and then what happens is, what happens to my daughter afterwards. And there's like this really amazing type of Hallmark movie. It's really nice and it'll tug at your heart. So make sure that you have those tissues ready. Okay. But it's really nice. It's all about the holidays and just kind of having that empathy and compassion for other people. Yeah. So it's really, really nice.
And you said it was a long process because it was like a 2-year process?
Yes. So the film just came out. We actually filmed last year. In November.
The auditions were the year before?
And the auditions were the year before that, so
process.
2 years. Wow. Can you imagine that? So I was like, yes! Ya cuando te dicen, oh, the film is finally gonna come out, and you're just like, what? And then you're just waiting for that release date. And I kid you not, I was so excited. I'm like, yes! But then the night right before it came out, right at midnight, all these nervios came out because you're just like, did I do the movie any justice?
Yeah.
What are my peers going to say? Are they going to like my performance? It's a lot of pressure, and luckily enough, the Valley friends and family have been so supportive that now the movie's trending. So thank you to everybody who's
That's
been
awesome.
watching it.
How did you feel when you saw yourself that first time? Did you do like a big party for the family to see it together?
Oh my God, no! I saw it like at 7 o'clock in the morning.
By yourself?
Oh my gosh.
I saw it with my newly hub.
And congratulations, by the
Thank
way.
you.
You can tell him hi. Maybe he's
Yeah.
gonna watch the
Hola, mi
interview.
cielo.
There you go.
But no, I wanted to go to sleep. It was gonna come out at midnight, and I'm like, no me voy a quedar despierta porque luego, if I stay awake, I'm gonna be all in ansias with all this adrenaline, and I'm not gonna fall asleep. And so I was like, we'll just watch it in the morning. Lord and behold, people had already watched it. So when I woke up, I had a ton of text
wow.
messages and everything.
Congratulating you. And
Yes, and so todas las ansias que tenía, and them telling me that they loved it, that they cried with it, that it really like
Was
affected
rewarding
them
to you.
in a good, positive way. I was like, oh.
it was worth it.
So tell us how
Yes.
you got interested in acting. Where did this come from?
I kid you not, I have actually loved to act since I was very little. I never acted in my life though. I've never been in drama, I've never been in theater, but I knew at a very young age that I wanted to be on TV. I was maybe about 7 years old, looking at the box, not the flat screens, looking at the box and looking at the TV and just saying, wow, like I want to do that. I didn't know if I wanted to act or if I wanted to be a television personality or anything like that, but I knew I wanted to be there. And Lord and behold, the universe is amazing. And all these things just started kind of gravitating towards me, and I was able to do that. So I've been wanting to act since I was very little, and Lord and behold, I've been doing it so far. And you know, even from having my own TV show called Club Affairs, which some of you might remember, to, you know, being on La Alegría con Tino Quintero, and then of course doing other hosting jobs or whatever. That's how it kind of, I love to be in front of the camera, but I also love being able to showcase what you guys are doing, right? You guys are doing an amazing job where you're showcasing the Valley talent. There's so much talent out here.
Absolutely.
And you know, if it wasn't for shows like you guys, you know, they wouldn't even have a voice. So I mean, kudos to you guys for
Thank you
doing
so
that
much.
and for having me on.
Yeah, thank you, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So-
so
So tell us a little bit, how important has family support and your friend support been, as you pursue your career in acting now?
oh man, they have been extremely supportive. They have literally been my friends. I was a closet actress. I wouldn't really tell my friends that I wanted to act, although they knew I love to be in front of the camera. And so I didn't tell anybody that I had auditioned. But then as soon as they told me I got the part, it's kind of like, I got the job, like that commercial. Who doesn't know that commercial, right? You want to tell your friends, and every single one of them would be like, Brenda, you're made for this. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And so their support, along with, you know, my family support, my kids, however, Mom, that is so embarrassing. And I'm like, what? Like,
Something my
why?
kids would say.
Oh my God, I
Because
kid
they're
you.
young, right? Like 8 or 10.
Están chiquitos, o sea, 8 and 10, and they're like, Mom, that's so embarrassing. I'm not telling my teacher. And I'm just like, you don't want to tell your friends? And they're like, no, Mom. And he's like playing Fortnite, and I'm like, his mom is on Netflix. Mom, be quiet, Mom. He's like literally hovering, like.
I'm
putting-
sure when they're older, they're going to appreciate it. It's,
I hope
yeah.
so. I hope so. However, my daughter, she just had her first audition yesterday, and she killed it. So I'm super excited for
Maybe
her
one day
and
we
her
can have her
journey.
here.
I
That's
know,
right.
that would be amazing.
Another rising star.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, bien chiquitita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's been nice. It's been. I love the fact that they're very supportive.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Has the fact that you are a marketing director helped you in the acting business, like to promote yourself? And
It actually has. I mean, just the fact that you're in marketing, obviously you need to know the business and you need to know what's going on. So with Sylvan Learning, you know, it's basically, you know, just letting people know that they're there, that we're there for any age, any subject, whatever you need. When it comes to acting, and being on screen like that, a lot of people wouldn't have noticed if you wouldn't have put your best foot forward and had these contacts. I'm very fortunate that I have so many friends in the industry who are so supportive, just like you guys. And so ellos te echan la mano. Y si uno se echa la mano a la otro, people can really rise above. And so because of that, just getting yourself out there, that's how you start to kind of like get more jobs, get more auditions in, y eso te sigue levantando. So yeah, if you can market yourself, you're good.
That's right.
Good advice.
Absolutely. And tell us a little bit about some of your biggest achievements. Obviously, this is a huge one, right?
I know, right?
And then also some of the obstacles that you encountered throughout your life.
So yeah, no, there's something, this is a huge achievement for me personally, because again, I was a closet actress. I never acted in my life. So it took guts of glory for me to step out of my vehicle and go into that audition. And for it to have led to this is quite an achievement. So if I could give any advice to anybody, it's like, dude, just go for it. Like, who cares what anybody says? Just go for it. But, another big accomplishment was, obviously, you already mentioned it. I got married on Saturday with everything going wrong. Everything going wrong, but it happened, and super, super excited about that. I'll be going back to school. This will be my 3rd degree now.
A master's degree?
So I wanted to do my master's, but you know what? It wasn't really for me. So to anybody out there who's, like, I need to stick with something even though you don't like it, dude, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You're going to be wasting your time. You're going to be wasting your money.
You're going to be miserable.
Yes, I was so miserable, girl. Ooh, I don't even want to talk about my quantitative research class.
You need to do what you're passionate
yes,
about to be happy.
And so I ended up researching more programs at RGV, and I really fell in love with the film and television production. So naturally, of course. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. But I've already have my bachelor's in broadcast journalism as well as business management and marketing. So this will be my 3rd one going.
Yeah, and you're always on social media, always promoting those businesses, and you're doing great there. Now, where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
Oh my God, I totally want to be a movie star.
There you go.
In Hollywood with an Oscar.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? No, I really just see myself really emerging myself in the field. I absolutely love this industry. Again, whether it's in front of the camera, behind the camera, I love it. I actually love scouting. There's certain people that you just kind of like look at and you're like, this kid would be good at this. And so I love scouting in my head, of course. So I might be good at it since I knew in my head I was a good actress, and obviously I am.
So maybe a producer one day, because you also like directing, right? Behind the scene kind of stuff.
Yeah, so the good thing with Sylvan Learning is that I've really submerged myself in creating, right? So from anywhere from writing a script to directing it to telling my poor coworkers, okay, this is your line and this is how you're gonna say it, and then they completely forget to, no, you can do it. You go, this one's for you. And then, and then just editing. I am obsessed with editing. I want it to look as perfect as it can be, because people are gonna look at this and you wanna motivate people. You wanna draw their emotions. And so I absolutely love it. So if I could, I just wanna submerge myself in the next 5 years, keep on working, hopefully have an award by that time, and just kind of dive into this a little bit more, and just kind of, what I want to do is really bring up the talent from the Valley. That to me is a goal. I always have been wanting to give back to my community, and if this is the way I'm going to do it, then by all means.
Representing the Valley.
Yes.
So even if you become famous, because that's a goal in Hollywood, you would want to stay here, right, in the Valley.
I do want to stay here. My family's here. The tacos are good. I'm obsessed with the tacos, and nowhere else will you find them like they are here.
In the Valley, that's right.
And
I think that's important too, for successful people, talented people to stay here
yes.
as well, so that this place can get better and better.
Yeah, you don't have to go to Hollywood. No. I mean, we have Hollywood right here in the RGV.
Exactly.
Yes, and not only that, if you guys want to audition, hello. now because of COVID, I have a love-hate relationship with COVID, and we were talking about this earlier.
This is one of your hate relationships.
I can't
There you
stand it.
We just take
Siempre
it
se
off.
me olvida.
We just take it off for the interview, but we wear one, and this is something you hate. Right?
I hate it. But the awesome part about it is that people are now able to audition via Zoom. So you don't have to travel a ton. You don't have to go out of state. You don't have to go all the way to Dallas, which is still 10 hours away. You can actually do it via Zoom, and it's so much easier for them. If they liked you, amazing. And if you get the job, well, then fly over there. They'll fly you over there. And so, it's a good thing. It's something that's happening.
An advantage.
Yes, definitely. And so if you want to go for this, go for it. Submerge yourself in it. There's Facebook pages, there's YouTube stuff galore for you to learn from. The sad part about it is that there really isn't a casting agency here. So I think that's what's really missing. So definitely go for it.
Wow.
Now, also you were mentioning that as far as advice, you've given great advice, but do you feel that an education would be important? Like for somebody who wants to be an actor or an actress, do you recommend them getting a college degree in the media, or it's not needed, or how do you feel about that?
So I personally feel like you have to have a plan A and a plan B.
Okay.
Hollywood actors, as you all know, it's just like in music, you're in one day, you're out the other. And if you're gonna be out, well, what's your backup plan? You need to have a backup plan. Me, just because my parents forced me to be in business because they were paying for my school, that's what I did, But me, I loved this. This is what I loved. And so when I decided to leave my parents' businesses, I decided that I wanted to do, broadcast journalism, porque, after a 10-year gap, you're like, pues what am I supposed to put on my application? Natural talent or what? So I wanted to go back to school and have that piece of paper that said, yes, I am good enough. So once you do that, the doors just kind of open for you because that's the industry that you love. It can be this, it can be something completely different. But if you love something, go for it. But always have that plan B, just in case.
And how can our viewers find you on social media?
Oh my God, Brenda Garza, hello.
Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm Brendy, like an I _ Garza, or you can find me on Facebook with Brenda Garza.
Awesome. So I got a really deep question for you, Brenda, because this show is all about motivating and inspiring our youth to help pursue their dreams just like you have. You've made it to Netflix, and that's just what an amazing accomplishment. And there's a lot of kids that are growing up, well, I don't know what to do. I have this passion of pursuing acting, singing. And sometimes these women are not as confident, or these boys or these girls, they're not confident to just let it out and just be themselves because they have a disability, or they think they have something wrong with them. And I've known you for a long time. We went to high school together.
A long time
ago.
So,
hace 5 años.
so what kind of advice would you give to our youth who are watching this, who have disabilities, who have injuries, that are afraid to come out and just do what they love? I ask this because you have a scar on your face. And I know the story. She told me this years ago. But what would you like to share about that, of your life, or how you overcame the obstacle, and to help motivate and inspire the people who are watching this?
So, personally, I was so sheltered, and we didn't have the means, we didn't have the money, but your heart knows what it wants. Your heart, you know what you want to do with your life at a very young age for a lot of people, and that's certainly what happened to me. And then I got into choir, and because of being in an organization at school can literally help you desarrollarte. It can help you come out of your shell and really give you some type of voice in that, right? So I was in choir, and because of choir, things gravitated towards me. Not only did I learn how to sing, but I was also able to be in commercials like for Bird Ogden, things like that when that chiquita, as well as sing the national anthem at a Spurs game. So, you know, things open up for you. If you get involved at a very young age, things will gravitate towards you. When you get out of that, I got out of high school, I had a horrific accident. And I remember the surgeons telling me, do you want to remove your scar? Again, I have a scar from here to here and flipped open, real bizarre accident. And I said no. Why? I lost a friend that day, and I wanted that to remind me every day of who I lost. That was my personal choice. So for anybody that has a disability, who has scars on their face or anything like that, or missing limbs, whatever it might be, maybe you're in a wheelchair, anything is possible because you are putting your best foot forward because you want that. People are going to gravitate towards what you want if you are confident enough. If you don't have the confidence, that's okay. I didn't have it. It took a while for me to get it, and I surrounded myself by people who loved me. I surrounded myself with people who enjoyed my company because, I mean, come on, in high school you kind of have, you know, your friends, but yes, pero no, like, and so, but once you get out, you really start to find who you are. You really start to find the people that are good for you, for your soul. And so once you do that, they're gonna apoyarte. They're going to be there for you, just like my friends are now. And you know, if they know you better than you know yourself, then they're gonna push you. But if you don't have that, as long as you have that vision and you wanna push yourself, just do it. Don't, what could have happened to me if I would have literally pushed myself and I would have been acting a long time ago, right? But at the end of the day, I still did it. Don't wait. Just do it. Don't wait. Just do it. It doesn't matter where you come from. Yo vine, mira, mis padres son de General Bravo, Nuevo León. No teníamos absolutamente nada. And I never wore...
Si los quieres saludar porque van a ver la entrevista.
Hola, mami. And I never had the name brand stuff, and that's okay. There's a lot of actors out there that started off not having much, and that's what humbles you. See, if they give you everything, then what are you gonna learn? What are you gonna really grasp at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing is just go for it, have faith in yourself, and just push yourself and surround yourself with people that are going to support you, right? And so that's it. I'm like, I can keep going because I love to motivate people. Like, just do it. If you can, just do it.
That's very good advice.
Thank you for sharing that.
And thank you for sharing that inspiring story.
Thank you. ¿Lloraron?
Now, any closing remark to our viewers to wrap up, a closing message?
Well, first of all, again, I really do want to thank you guys for having me here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I love seeing y'all show and everybody that comes out here. And, you know, just if you haven't seen You Are My Home, it's out on Netflix. Please do so, and if you like it, please put a thumbs up. Keep it trending like that. More films can come to the Valley, and more of our local talent, whether in front or behind the camera, has the same opportunities that I have. So yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Brenda. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best in your career.
Thank you so much. Ya cuando se estrella, o sea.
Don't forget about us.
Of course not, never.
Guys, this has been another episode of RGV Stars with Alex Sarabia and Isaac Medina.
RGV Stars, the premier platform for showcasing RGV talent and the RGV celebrities place to be. Until next time.
Till next time.